G'day bodgies and widgies and welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see by the big smile on my face, I am doing another product review, and as you would have seen by the title and the thumbnail, it is going to be the Flipper Max Aquarium Magnet Algae Cleaner. Now, you may think it's an algae cleaner, what are you going to really exactly talk about? But this specific algae cleaner, there is a lot of things that I should go into before you purchase this, because about 2 weeks ago, I was searching for the best possible magnet cleaner for my aquarium because algae was starting to, grow quite proficiently on the front panel. I don't really mind if it grows anywhere else, but the front panel means I can't exactly see my fish.
Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
So I wanted to purchase the best possible algae cleaner on the market. And upon searching, I made a small short list of different cleaners and I came down to the Flipper. But yes, I did purchase this and it certainly isn't cheap, but I have found it to be kind of the best thing on the market. And there are a few uncertainties that I had before purchasing this. These are just kind of like small minor details, but they really do make the use of this product a lot more better if you can kind of understand everything that you need to know. And that's exactly what this video is going to be. I'm going to go into exactly every single detail you need to know about this, whether it be safety or functionality or usability. So please make sure that you do stay tuned. I love making these product reviews because it's kind of where the channel started. My first ever video actually was a product review video. So yeah, cannot wait to get into this. So yeah, let's jump in. Okay, so Flipper are renowned for their revolutionary magnet cleaner, as it allows the user to flip between a padded scrubbing side and a bladed side for hard to get rid of algae like coralline algae or green diatoms and stuff like that. Now, there are 3 different magnet cleaner options you can choose from, being the Flipper Nano, Standard, and Max, and each of these have their respected recommended aquarium size and glass thickness. Today, we're going to have a look at the Flipper Max. Even though the Flipper Standard was best suited or recommended for my aquarium, I chose the Max as I thought going overkill would be better, but the Standard Flipper would have still gotten the job done. Now, let's actually unbox this beast. So, actually unboxing this, I will say it's a pretty heavy magnetic aquarium cleaner, but in the box we have the Flipper Max, a set of safety and instructions, plus also a replacement blade or substitute blade for acrylic aquariums. So the metal blade is recommended for glass tanks and the plastic one is recommended for acrylic tanks. Let's throw the box away, and yeah, like I said, this is just instructions on how to actually flip the magnet, plus some safety and stuff like that. But I will cover that in a lot of detail in this video. So this is kind of my first experience holding the Flipper. I'm just testing out how strong these magnets are, and I will say they are incredibly strong, really hard to pry apart, but if you twist them, it's much easier. It does have this kind of plastic barrier thing, and I guess that's if you want to store the Flipper out of your aquarium. It's kind of going to be easy to pull the handle off from the actual cleaner itself. However, I just want you to hear how strong the magnets are, and I'll get back to you after you hear this. You might want to lower your volume. I'm not gonna lie, that scared the living daylights out of me, but it just shows you how strong those magnets are. And I want to stress the fact that you want to be kind of careful and responsible when using the Flipper outside of the aquarium. I found that once it goes into the water, it's a lot more slower with that kind of force because the water resistance and stuff like that. But when it's out of the aquarium, you want to be very careful with where your fingers are when they get near that magnet, because it will slam shut, and if your finger gets caught in there, it may cause some damage. If you've got kids at home, make sure that you're keeping this magnet somewhere where they can't reach it if you're going to keep it out of the aquarium, just because, yeah, you don't really want their small fingers to get caught between this force. With the razor blade though, you don't have to really worry about it kind of slicing your finger open or stuff like that. It is a blunt edged razor blade, but it does absolute havoc on algae. And talking about causing havoc on algae, this is my first time using the flipper in my 5-foot aquarium. Now, the slam that we just heard did get me quite a bit nervous about how powerful the magnet was, and I thought I may have gone a bit too overkill, but there was nothing to be worried about once the magnet actually got into the water. And like I said before, it is much more smoother and slower when it gets into the water. And the best thing I've kind of found is to always attach it diagonally, like you can see what I'm doing here. So I've got the magnet on diagonally and then sliding it, but you can see a little bit of my nervousness. But once it was on, I kind of got comfortable with it and went right to town on that algae. And I will say, I'm using the soft padded side now, and it is very, very easy and very smooth to use. You can really feel that friction of the magnets, but it's incredibly smooth when going across, and it is absolutely demolishing the algae. What I'm doing now is just really going to town, testing out how fast I can go with it, because my previous magnetic aquarium cleaner was quite small, and when I went fast scrubbing, it would just break off and float somewhere. But the flipper has extremely strong magnets and is just super well with sticking to the aquarium glass. I've also found that it doesn't really catch sand if you go down to the bottom, and it's just really cool how the handle is a little bit smaller than the actual padded side. So when you scrub it down, there is a little bit of like leeway room, and it doesn't exactly catch sand, meaning that you won't have to worry about it scratching your glass or anything like that. So, after I was done scrubbing the front panel with the soft scrubbing side, I wanted to actually flip the flipper to the bladed side to clean things like green spot algae. And I will admit, it was kind of a struggle at the start to flip, because when you pull the handle magnet kind of away from the magnet on the inside, it does kind of sink and then have this like semi-buoyant stage. So it is kind of annoying. However, there is, I've found, quite an interesting method to actually flip this, and it is super easy once you get the hang of it. So, as you can see, I just did it there, but let's have a closer look as to how to actually do it properly and easily. So, flipping the magnet is extremely easy. However, it will take you just a little bit of practice to kind of get the hang of it, but within a few attempts, you will become an absolute natural at it. The thing I recommend doing is taking your flipper to one end of the aquarium, so where your front panel and side panel meet, and use that corner as kind of like a natural leverage for the magnet, so it kind of closes shut like a book. So the thing I'd recommend doing is to actually rotate the handle magnet 180 degrees horizontally. So it's the way that you would read the logo. So you've got Flipper Max kind of facing towards you horizontally. And then you want to bend it to the other side panel. And what will happen is that the inside magnet will naturally kind of close like a book. So don't worry, it may seem complicated, but you'll see it really clearly in this video now. So, like I said, rotate 180 degrees, the flipper is facing me, and as you can see, the magnet just naturally came across and closed shut like a book. Very, very easy, just practice a little bit and you'll get it. So, now that we've seen how to flip the flipper, that never gets old, but I wanted to try out the bladed side and just see how different it is to the soft scrubbing side. And I will say, it is much smoother to use. And that's probably just because there's not as much friction. The other thing I found is that you can actually go quite close to the sand bed, and it really allows you to clean that algae that sometimes we kind of reject because it's in a hard to reach spot. But this blade really allows you to get into places that you couldn't really get to before, and just gives you a very crystal clean finish to your glass panel, which is exactly what you want. It also demolishes things like green diatoms and stuff like that, so you're left with a very, very good output on your glass. The blade itself is actually angled down towards the glass, so it has basically 100% coverage, and this is done through two little white balls that are on the opposite end of the blade. and they kind of act as a bevel, pushing the blade flush against the glass, so you're getting 100% maximum output of algae destruction. But like I said, it really does allow you to kind of reach those tight to get places, whether you have rock work or stuff like that, because it is such a thin profile. You can actually get in between those areas and really clean things up. I've also found that there really is not much worry when you go close to the sand bed, because the blade is so flush with the glass, it doesn't actually collect any sand. And even if it does, it's super easy to shake out. But it is truly effective when it comes to cleaning algae, so I really love that. Alrighty, bodgies and widgies, I really hope you enjoyed that extensive review of the amazing Flipper Max Aquarium Algae Cleaner. Now, this was an unsponsored video. I did purchase this myself, but everything I told you was stuff that I was genuinely happy with. So yeah, just kind of my experiences and stuff like that is what I shared to you. Now, if you're looking to see a review video of the Flipper Standard, which is the one size smaller of this Flipper Max, head down to my mate Aquamate's channel. He did a review and an unboxing of the Flipper Standard. So if you're looking to get, the one size smaller, I'll have that video linked in the description down below. And I want to say a big thank you to Sam Parker from Parker's Reefs. He was the person that inspired me to get this Flipper Max. I did see it on his channel and I asked him a few questions about, is it really worth getting it? And he was amazing to help me with it. So yeah, I want to say a big thank you to him. Now, if you are looking to get the Flipper aquarium magnets for yourself, look no further than Unihill Aquarium, located up in Bundoora. They have all three sizes of the Flipper magnet available, as well as the replacement blades. And that's something that I kind of want to stress out, because when I was searching for the Flipper, I found that they do sell replacement blades, because the blades in here you can actually take out, so you can switch between the metal or the acrylic depending on whatever aquarium you have. And so I was like, maybe I should consider getting some replacement blades as well. But when I was searching online, couldn't exactly find any. But Unihill Aquarium do have them in stock, always in store, so you don't have to worry about putting in a special order or stuff like that. They will always have them on hand, and I think that's a really amazing service. And another great service they offer is they can ship it directly to your doorstep. So say you're in a lockdown situation, you can't exactly travel, they will ship it directly to your doorstep. All you do is open your door and you've got the Flipper waiting for you. So I think that's absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, they did have the best prices for the Flipper Aquarium Magnet Cleaner that I could find pretty much anywhere on the market. So I have all the sizes and prices that they retail for in the description down below, as well as the Flipper Standard review made by Aquamate, and yeah, everything like that. So please do let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. I love discussing this stuff with you. So if you've got the Flipper, what your thoughts are, what are things you'd probably advise to other people, and just what you thought of the video overall. But if you want to see more review videos like this, please consider subscribing to the Bodgy from Australia channel. We're almost at 300 subscribers, so I'd really love the support. And I also do love the support that you guys are giving me by watching this video. So if you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and all of that other YouTube jazz, like the notification bell and any other thing that I haven't covered. But yeah, as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Aussie Australian, Bodgy out.